The Last Pirouette. In the autumn of 1970, the cobblestone streets of Lyon echoed with Susan Miller's footsteps as she approached the prestigious Académie Royale de Ballet. The morning fog clung to the ancient building like a shroud, and through the mist she saw a figure bursting through the heavy wooden doors. Patricia Durant, her face contorted in terror, her dance bag abandoned on the steps. Before Susan could process the scene, Patricia vanished into the fog. When she tried the intercom, a voice, mechanical and cold, denied her entry. L'Académie est fermée aujourd'hui. The academy is closed today. That evening, in a cramped flat above a patisserie, Patricia's hands trembled as she clutched her tea. "They're not what they seem, Susan," she whispered. "I saw them in the basement studio. The mirrors. The mirrors showed everything." Her eyes glazed with tears. "They take the most promising students, the ones who dance like angels." Despite her fear, Susan returned the next day. Miss Tyndall, all elegance in her black leotard, greeted her with a smile that never reached her eyes. Madame Blanchette, the headmistress, emerged from her office like a specter, her silver hair pulled tight enough to create an eternal expression of surprise. As months passed, students disappeared. "Transferred," they said. "Opportunities abroad," they claimed. But Susan saw the truth in the ancient mirrors of the basement studio. Reflections of rituals where grace met gore, where perfect arabesques ended in perfect sacrifice. The elite, wealthy patrons who attended private performances fed on the youth and beauty of the dancers, sustaining their immortality through choreographed carnage. Those who spoke up met tragic ends. Marie Claire fell from the rafters during rehearsal. Isabelle's body was found in the Seine, positioned in an eternal grand jeté. Susan learned to smile, to dance, to survive. She learned that true horror wears silk shoes and speaks in French pleasantries. For a year she perfected her performance, not just on stage, but in the art of revenge. On a moonless night in 1971, as flames consumed the Académie, a blind man on his evening walk described to authorities the smell of smoke and the sound of music, a haunting melody accompanied by screams. He spoke of a young woman walking away, her shoes making a peculiar sound on the cobblestones, almost like point shoes. Susan never stopped smiling after that night. Some say, if you walk past the ruins at midnight, you can still hear the music and see shadows dancing in the burned-out windows, eternal performers in an endless macabre ballet.